Harry Robertson's debut at St Helens. Now, we was there at the match, but Carl, what was your take on this young lad's performance?
Well, it was incredible, to put it into a word. We took in the atmosphere and we got there and we was like, it was the first time we'd been to the Wigan Saints Derby. The atmosphere was absolutely crazy. It was a pressure cooker of an environment. Team sheets came out early on. Lewis Dodd hadn't been selected, which was raised a few eyebrows. And then you got this young kid, 18-year-old kid, he's going to be playing his first ever game in the biggest derby of the year, Wigan v St Helens, absolute pressure cooker of an environment. And you got to say, he absolutely lapped it up. And he didn't just have a good game. He was actually one of the best players on the field, I thought.
I've got to say, I agree. I mean, when we were there watching, and it was like, it felt like a grand final. Like, you know what I mean? There was fire. There was like this mob choir that was just, it was just awesome.
It was incredible day.
Flags everywhere, fireworks going off, 20,000 plus in the crowd. I mean, those people, you know, those negatrons online that are slagging off crowds at Super League matches should have been there. It was a massive crowd, all of them, you know, in full song. Great environment. But he didn't get off to a great start, did he? I mean, a couple of little mistakes. They really pressured him. However, he didn't let that get to him. The whole team, you could see, were just getting around him and encouraging him and what have you. And then once he started to settle down in, God, he's quick.
Yeah, it was that thing you spoke of last week. A young kid comes in, you pressurise him with kicks, don't you? Harry Smith did exactly that. I think he was a little bit shaky on one or two of the first ones, and then he took a couple of great high balls, and after that he was just into his stride, and he set up the first try for Wellesby. Great support play, burnt through and put the afterburns. He's got really quick feet. Put Wellesby through, and from then his confidence just seemed to go up and up and up. And one hell of a debut, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him as Super League grows. Yeah,
but he wasn't the only youngster that performed well. Obviously, Zach Eckersley, he got the
man of the match.
The player of the match, I think, is the term nowadays.
Oh, right, I do apologise.
But he had a cracking game as well, and I think his family were kind of sat in front of us. They were definitely all big fans of his. You know, were cheering for him. So
I think
he did really well.
It was essentially Wigan and St Helens. It wasn't the first team as such, or
no, they were definitely big players missing.
A load of players missing from both sides. I think Saints had 8 players missing who usually get selected. French and Field obviously weren't selected. We saw Bevan French, didn't we, before the game?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
More on that another day. Both sides were probably not at the strongest, but they both played it was still an absolute spectacle. And I would advise anybody who's potentially a neutral fan who's never been to the Wigan Saints Derby, actually get down to it and watch it. It's incredible.
Yeah, it was a brilliant match there. It was the first time I'd been to DW Stadium, you know, and all atmosphere was brilliant. So can't knock that at all.